Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day to everyone. In this video, we will start with the new chapter, that is chapter 8, probability. So as you can see, the probability is about the chances, and we have to analyze using various of things. We have many uncertainties, we have to take a risk. And if you familiar about the gambling, so gambling is actually about risking yourself with the probability. What is your chances of your winning? Is it your chances winning high or not? Okay, so that's about the probability. So in the beginning of this chapter, we will discuss about the various terms. That is the first one, about what is the random experiment, what is the outcomes, what is events, sample space, and the terms probability itself. Right, so before we go to the terms, so let's take a look about the just induction. So let's say here we have a blue pen, a red pen, and a black pen. So among these three pens, so what's the chance if we want to choose a black pen? So the chances would be 1/3 because the number of black pen is 1 and the total of pen here is 3, right? So this is a probability. So what is a random experiment? So random experiment is actually a process leading to get at least 2 possible outcomes and with a certain uncertainty at which will occur. For example, the random experiment is about a toss a coin, okay, a flip a coin. So the result, it can be head or tail. That is, we have 2 possible outcomes. Or if we roll a dice, or maybe some say a die for the single dice, they call it die. So dice or die refers to the same thing, okay. So the result, we know the dice, the outcome, we have 6 sides, so the number of each side can be 1, 2 until 6. Okay, so this is a random experiment. That is the highlighted blue one, the coin is thrown or the dice is thrown. So this is a random experiment. Okay, next about the sample space. So what is a sample space? So sample space means that the set of all possible outcomes. So we noted as a symbol of capital S to represent the all outcomes. So for example, the number of outcomes for the S, okay? So the S for the roll a dice, so it can be from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so this is the sample space for rolling a dice. And then next, what is the outcome? So outcome is a result of an experiment. So let's say outcome, we want to find out what is the outcome to get an odd number, okay, from rolling a dice. Okay, so the outcome is subset of the sample space. And then the notice here, no 2 outcomes can occur simultaneously. So for example, as I said earlier, we want to find the odd number. So if we want to find the odd number, it cannot be at the same time also an even number. So that it means that it cannot be 2 outcomes can occur simultaneously. Okay, next term is event. So event is a collection of one or more of the outcome of an experiment which satisfy the given condition. So it can be an even subset of the sample space. So for example of the event, as I said earlier, it cannot be even and odd, right? But it can be the first event even number or second event is a prime number. So that two events can occur. Right, next about the probability. So probability is a measurement of the likelihood, likelihood of an event in given sample space. In general, probability reflects the frequency of the occurrence of an event. So for example, earlier when we discussed about probability to get a black pen, right? So that probability is 1/3. So the sample space, as I said earlier, is S. So let our event will be event A. So the first event will let S event A, the next event will be event B, and so on. So the probability of event A is noted by the number of outcome is A and number of outcome in S. So in other words, NA over NS. Okay, for example, as I said earlier, the event to get the odd number is 3. Okay, 1, 3, and 5. So the number NA is 3. So the NS 1 until 6 we have 6, the total. So NA over NS, so we got the probability to get even or odd number is 1/2. Okay. Right, so this is already explained in the first example, as I said, discussed earlier about event and odd. So a die, okay, as I said earlier, remember, sometimes we consider a die and sometimes it is a die. So basically a same thing. So the basic outcome, what is the basic outcome, which is sample space? So in this example, we will show very detailed, okay, about all the outcomes and the sample space. And event to get odd number, okay. So the solution, right, this is the outcome. So we list out all this outcome, and in form of sample space we have to put S, and then we have a curly bracket on both ends to represent a set, okay, a set of a sample space. So this is basic outcome without S. So if you put some sample space, you have to put S and then a curly bracket. And then event to get odd number. So as I said earlier, we have 3, okay, 1, 3, and 5. So we list out. So this is event to get odd number. So maybe you can let. So let's say the event odd number is A. Okay. So we let it to get the odd number is A. So we can put A equals to like this. Okay. Right, next. After we discuss about the terms, so the next linear outcome, we discuss about the basic law of the probability, okay, and also the probability of an event. So as this is general, so the probability is between 0 and 1, means that 0 point something. So this is our sample space. This is a subset event A inside the sample space. So A must be a subset of sample space S. So it mentioned that an event A is between 0 and 1. Okay, sample space is 1. So in order to get probability, we have to divide an A over an S. So remember, our probability is between 0 and 1, right? Okay, so what is probability 1? So if you get probability 1, means that the probability is absolute certainty, means that it must occur, absolutely occur. And if it equals to 0, it means that absolute impossible, okay, not possible at all, right? So remember, the probability must be 1 for the certainty. If you sum and you get probability more than 1, such as you got 1.2, so means that there is something wrong with your calculation or you're using the incorrect formula. Okay, because the probability usually is less than 1. Right. So next. So for NS, we know our event is NA. So outside NA, it should be A prime or complement A. Some say A prime or some say it complement A. So this is a complement of event A to get the total of sample space. So in other words, we can deduce the formula. So event A, probability of event A plus probability of complement of A is equals to 1. In other words, to get the probability of complement A, so it is 1 minus probability of A. So take note about this formula. So later on, you will use this formula in your calculation. Right. So next, we look at example 2 here. So a die is tossed. Remember, die is a single dice, okay? What is the probability of getting even number, odd number, and the number bigger than 4? So here we put it a detail, okay? We use a detail. We list out first all the sample space, and we know that the NS is 6. So we define A to get even number. So event A, 2, 4, and 6, okay? For even number. So we know from here the number of A is 3. So that our probability NA over NS means that 3 divided by 6. So we got probability is 1 over 2. So that's for event A. And then for event B, we know sample space already 6, okay, NS. And then event B to get an odd number. So now event odd number is 1, 3, and 5. So the NB is 3. So the probability of B, that is 3 over 6 also. And also we got probability 1 over 2. Okay, probability to get an odd number. Okay, next. Okay, as usual, the sample space is 6. And then to get number bigger than 4. So the question here, the number bigger than 4, is it including 4? Or we start with 5? So let's see. So here it looks like bigger than 4 is greater than 4. Okay, it's not include 4. So it should be 5 and 6 only. So from here we only have 2 outcomes. Okay, so NC is 2. Remember we define event C, okay, to get number bigger than 4. So probability of C, so 2 over 6, right? So we got 1 over 3. So that's the end of this video. So thanks for watching. So don't forget, in the next video we discuss about union and intersection. And also in that video we also discuss about what is a mutually exclusive event. So stay tuned for that video. Until then, thank you very much. Bye bye.